Together, let's embark on a scientific exploration of yoga, where you are the scientist, your heart is the laboratory, and you are the outcome. Welcome to this episode of Meditate with Daaji. In this episode, we will continue our series of special episodes where Daaji familiarizes us with the basics of heartfulness practice. This is the second episode in a series of 3. Today, Daaji will be talking about an aspect of heartfulness that can completely rejuvenate our lives. This is a practice that can help us break old patterns and habits. So let's listen to Daaji talk about this process, which is called cleaning.
Hello everyone. Welcome to the second element of the heartfulness practice. We like to call it cleaning or rejuvenation. What is the relation between cleaning and rejuvenation? It is like concentration and meditation. Meditation produces a state of concentration. Cleaning rejuvenates us. It's a byproduct. It's the result. I think it is one of the most important element of this heartfulness practice. What is cleaning? What is it that we are trying to clean? Let us try to first understand the difference between karmas, samskaras, impressions, perceptions. But I am not going to go in depth. Suppose you look at someone and it creates such an impact in your heart. Oh, she is so irresistible, for example. And for days you keep thinking about her. The impression has got you. In the scientific world, second law of Newton or first law of Newton, I am not an expert in the physics, but actions and reactions are equal and opposite in direction. But in the field of spirituality, the reaction to a particular action has no measure. It can be drastically so profound that a mere glance can produce such an impact that you don't forget all your life. Or so many great things can be done to us and we remain ungrateful. So, the result in the spiritual world need not be equal and opposite. It can be as large as encompassing the whole universe or nothing at all. It depends on us. This particular practice tries to remove the certain perceptions which we gather because of whatever reasons, Someone sees to a particular idea and says, oh, this idea is good or bad. The other person sees the same idea and says, oh, this is useless. The other person sees the same idea and says, oh, it's so great. What makes such a difference? All of us are not attracted to the same thing to the same extent. We all have different degree of reaction to the same thing. Our impressions, our background, our perceptions, they work like these colored glasses. We all wear colored glasses in our consciousness. How to perceive the thing as it is? You have heard the story of a great lover who was trying to meet his beloved who was living across the riverside. At night, even when it is raining heavily and he has to cross the flooding river, he catches hold of something, what he felt it was a log, crosses the river. The door is locked, so he is trying to climb it to the first floor of his beloved. He thinks what is rope, holds it and climbs it up and enters beloved's chamber. Later on, beloved asks, how did you climb? How did you come? He said, you left a rope for me to come up. She's laughing. A rope? I never left a rope for you. I didn't even know you were coming. Anyway, then when they see through the window how he climbed up, it was a huge snake. He felt it was a rope. Perception. He was madly in love. So even little thing seemed as if things are helping him to achieve his goal. When he is returning and sees the log that he thought it was a dead corpse. So perception again. There is a beautiful example of an elephant or a horse tied by a rope to a small plastic chair. Imagine the impact of such a perception. Horse or an elephant who can bring down the entire tent in a circus, but it is tied to a mere small lousy plastic chair. Again, it's a matter of perception. Our ideas, our thoughts, our impressions, they have such a hold on our being. We need to clean that and see the things they are. So I would like to share with you all how to get rid of these impressions, perceptions, reactions, or broadly speaking karmas or samskaras. How we can remove them. All our daily activities are like harbingers of collecting all these things, knowingly or unknowingly. At the end of the day, when most of our daily activities are over, we come home to 10-15 minutes of relaxation, spending time with the family. Sit down quietly in some nice cozy corner in your house and try and apply this particular technique. This whole technique is to bring about or bring out the inner abilities from us so that we see things as they are. We like to remain pure, we like to remain simpler. The complexities and impurities that we gather, or let's put it differently, the complexities and impurities that we have accumulated because of these daily activities which are unavoidable. We have a chance now, before these impressions or before these cognates get settled in the deeper level of my consciousness, I like to remove them. When someone says, have you heard such and such a song? Then we try to find, we scan through our mind, we try to find the cognates of this song buried in our mind. If these cognates are found, that yes, this song is there, I know about this song, then you sound so wise or full of knowledge. Oh, I know this song. But if these cognates are not found, then you say, oh, I don't know it. I remain ignorant about it. So we all carry a certain level of cognates which we recognize in our interactions. And these are these cognates which go on interfering our daily activities. Either we know or we don't. And complexities arising out of all these cognates, buried impressions, interfere with our judgments. Either we make too much of judgment or too little of a judgment because of lack or full clarity. So this practice of dissolving the impressions that are acquired within us over the course of our daily activities is taken up seriously at the end of the day. Removing these complexities what would you expect? Simplicity, isn't it? When we remove impurities, natural result is purity inside. This, both in turn, simplicity and purity, brings about naturalness within our system. Now, what is the process? How do we do this cleaning? Our activities, our daily activities rather, create a lot of complexities and impurities. And they somehow color our consciousness. It impacts our heart and impacts our mind. Eventually, it affects our meditative consciousness. For example, these impressions can lead us to endlessly mull over repetitive thoughts. Imagine something that you have forgotten during daytime, or you did not complete it during daytime. It creates a certain level of impression, and it haunts your mind just before you go to sleep. So incomplete work, something that you did wrongly, also haunts us. So when we do this cleaning, these impressions are removed in such a way that not the memory is removed, but the impact of such a failure or success is removed. The impact of our actions, the impact of our inactions, impact of our thoughts, impact of our ideation, or impact of the surrounding, means of our boss or some innocent things, can also impress our mind. And slowly we realize that as I do more and more cleaning, my inner being is so focused. It remains purer and simpler enough to see things directly. We perceive things directly with its, I think, as a result. This is again a matter of experience, and I would like you to feel what a difference it can make to our consciousness. So today I would also demonstrate to you, actually walk you through this process of cleaning. So my dear friends, if you are all ready, we can start this process. So let's begin. Let's do this cleaning. This is how we do it. Just like meditation, we close our eyes very gently. Now the focus here is the back part, from top of the head till the tailbone, shoulder to shoulder, back part. We have to think that all the complexities and impurities are going away. This is a kind of sankalpa that this is happening. Complexities and impurities are going away. From where? From this back side. From top of the head till the tailbone. Imagine that and think that they are going from that back side. And how? Think that they are going in the form of smoke. So let us rethink this process. What we are doing, we are simply making a sankalpa or a suggestion that all complexities and impurities are going away from my backside in the form of smoke. Continue with this process. If you are settled with this much, I would like you to do one more thing. Accelerate this process. Now, next element to this cleaning process, imagine the light is descending from above. It is entering from the front side of your system and passing through the entire system, entire body, going out from the back side now, helping us remove these complexities and impurities. This light in turn is helping me fill up the vacuum left behind by the removal of complexities and impurities. At the end of this cleaning, generally we make a firm suggestion that yes, all the complexities and impurities are now removed, and that I feel a lot simpler and purer. Okay. Later on in your day-to-day life, I would wish that you would do this cleaning for at least 20 minutes to see the immediate results. If you have more time, extend it up to 30 minutes, but I would not recommend this cleaning process to be done more than 30 minutes at a time. Just to give you a quick learning on how to meditate, just simply close your eyes and think that the source of light is already present in my heart and it's pulling my attention inward. I'll be transmitting to you today again. Please sit like this for about another 15 minutes or 20 minutes, the end of which I'll say that's all. That's all.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of Meditate with Daaji. See you again next week.